Hello, SquirrelTribe 2.0. It is hump day, my dudes. Happy Wednesday. The man right over there and I are at Rocky Bayou State Park. We got the kayaks yesterday. If you saw yesterday's video, then you'll know what we're talking about. If not, I would suggest watching yesterday's video, so this makes more sense. But we're over here. It's like 10:30 in the morning. Took the kid to school, went back home, got the man, got the kayaks, stopped and had some Chick-fil-A because kayaking is always better on a chicken biscuit. And now we're here. There's like 5 other people maybe in the entire place. We're going to, I'm going to show you, get the kayaks out and go take them down there to that pretty blue water. What we're not going to do is go all the way back in the cut, all the way over there, because that's where the alligator lives. We figured that out last time we were here over the weekend. So we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is watch this man's booty while he walks away, because I'm a fan of it. Y'all don't need to see that. That's my man's butt. But this is really pretty over here. Even if we weren't kayaking, magnolia trees, I love these things. Right? That's a magnolia tree? I'm pretty sure. This is what my Nana had in her front yard, and I used to climb the limbs all the time and just kind of chill and hang out. Try not to get these children in there. But I think it's really, really pretty out here. It's very calming. It's 80 degrees out, but because it's kind of also shady, it doesn't feel like it's 80 degrees, which is lovely. So what we're gonna do is potty first, because I have the bladder of a squirrel, ironically. And then we're gonna go get these kayaks into the water. This lady was nice enough to wait for us to walk by before she turned in. That was nice. Kayaks, please hold. Now, before I use this handy dandy restroom, I would like to point out that even here at the state park, they have the Rocky Bayou free library. Take one, leave one. I have books at home I'm going to bring to put in here next time we come by. I'm gonna leave a whole bunch of them. Probably not going to take anything unless I find a really good kids one that's still here. I'll take one and then take it back to a different place later. But I love that they have this here. All right, so we're back over here at the car after stopping to play or talk to a small golden doodle that was in our path. And now we're going to take these out. You can see, look, I moved these earlier. I put them in the car and they're not that heavy. They're probably like 40 or 45 pounds. It really wasn't that bad to pick them up and carry them over into here and put them in. But I am kind of, you're going to take it out up here?
Yeah.
Or in down there? Well, oh, this way you can put everything back into the car. Look, he thinks ahead and I don't, generally speaking. But this is everything in there, which is kind of cool. And clearly the bag is, what material is that? Like PVC, just like the boats?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's PVC, just like the boat. So it's like really thick material. Safe. You're an idiot. Thick material, and it's waterproof, obviously, like the boat.
So this one's yours?
Yes, this one's mine, because mine's the pretty one. I love you, but I gave you the less pretty one. I get the one that's got the SquirrelTribe colors on it. So that's the seat. We'll put you right there. And then you have the body. Hey. Meg the Stallion over here. Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. We've never taken this apart, so if you guys have zero interest in any of this, feel free to fast forward, but watch it anyway, because I think it's important.
Well, I'm actually excited because I can then watch your video on how to put it back.
That's exactly why I'm recording, actually, because the guy was saying that when it's time to put it back into the bag, that's where it's kind of a bitch to put it back in there. And I was saying yesterday that we're going to have so much fun out here doing this. And then when it's time to bring it and put it back up is when we get all sweaty and we're cursing because it takes forever. But see, this is the part he said. That's where, when you put it back in, make sure you do that. You fold the little flippy under the flippy.
Well, yeah, cover up the name.
Yeah, cover up the name, basically. The dais. It's D-E-U-S, but I kept wanting to call it Deuce, which I know is wrong, but it's the dais. Look how friggin' pretty this is. I love the colors. Oh, I'm so excited. Y'all, I'm so excited. And people are like, you know, I wouldn't have got the inflatable, and I fully understand that. But for us, this makes the absolute most sense, and you got to do what makes the most sense for you, not what makes the most sense to everybody else. For us, this works because we were able to put them in the back of here. We can put them in the back of the Jeep. If we had gotten the hard shell, we would have had to roof rack this biatch, and that makes it difficult to go through car washes, right? You can take roof racks through car washes.
On it anyway.
Because over the summer, if we want to travel.
But I would much rather transport these than
the hard shell ones. So, yeah. We're going to read the directions real fast because definitely comes in handy. I mean, we could have figured it out. We could have directionless. You know, if you buy furniture at IKEA, they give you directions that make absolutely no sense and one Allen key, and then you got to figure it out for yourself almost. What we got back here? This is cool looking. All right, we're gonna read, and then we'll be back. So although we bought the electric pump, like we got a whole package with the boat and the paddles and the stuff, we decided we were gonna do the hand pump one today. And according to the book, everything should be at 15 psi except for the chair. The chair is supposed to be at 7 psi. 10 to 15 psi. And you've got the psi majiggy right here, okay, on the top here. Now, the pressure gauge, yes. Chris, the guy who helped us yesterday at the boat store, said that 13 is probably the best one to inflate to. So that's what we're going to go with today, is the 13 on the boat itself and 7 on the seat. And in theory, it'll take us less than 5 minutes to do the whole thing. I won't make you watch the entire thing, but I will time it and let you know if that's what it did. When working on non-solid ground because of tree limbs and stuff in the ground, stand on the pump, and then you've got the first little majiggy in here. Because this is all a single piece as opposed to the other one I looked at that was 3 pieces, or this is 3 pieces? 3. And you inflate the bottom first? We're inflating the bottom first. You guys can see it lifting right there in the middle. So that's cool. We'll be back in a second for the side rails. So, small issue.
Nope, we're good.
We're good? All right. It wasn't showing us what the PSI was at. But now it is, so that's a plus. When we started, the thing wasn't moving and it basically filled up with air, but now it's starting to show the pressure. So I was curious if it's correct or if this is going to be overinflated because it had already started blowing up before the gauge started moving.
And my answer is it's pressure. So imagine the tires on your Jeep. They have low pressure. And you go to fill them up. And you check what the pressure is. You just connected. It's pressure. It's not about time. It's about pressure.
Okay. I'll allow it. So more work than it seemed like it was going to be. And then when he released it, some of the air came out. I don't know how quickly you're supposed to be able to do that to where it doesn't come out. So he's got to let some back in. But it's weird because it took it all the way back down to 3, which there's no way that much came out at once. So that's why I'm confused on the pump itself. We'll do this again real quick. Oh, we did it right this time. The last one let out a whole bunch of air. This time it did not, so that is a plus. Now we'll put the little plug back in, twist, push. That one's done. You want me to do the side one?
Sure.
Sure, because you're a little sweaty over there, sir. You good? Okay. So now it's my turn to figure this out. So twist and release.
The key is making sure the pin is up. Otherwise, it'll deflate.
Okay. The pin is up.
Yeah.
So then I push this on.
If it wasn't up, you'd have to push the pin down and turn it.
Okay.
Push it down. Push the.
Sorry, I was just getting that thing out.
And turn it. Now, is it down? And pull it back up.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's down, it'll deflate it when you disconnect the hose.
How do you connect the hose?
You push in and turn.
Oh, okay. There we go. Nope. Came out. Stay. And now, 13 or 15?
You're gonna go for 13. You're on a single right now. So single is only air going in when you push down. If you flip it to double, it'll inflate on the up and the down.
Yeah, he said when it's filling both sides at the same time.
We'll flip it to double.
This? That way?
It'll inflate faster.
Oh.
Because
why would you ever not use this then?
You will find out just in just 2 seconds.
Okay.
You will find out. Side note, this is not a race. This is not a sprint. This is more of a marathon. And you have now started to figure out why you would not use double the whole time.
Because the pulling up is difficult?
Yeah. Yeah, but at least you get a break.
I was about to say, and you get a little breeze on your thighs from the air.
You get a break, and then you just, you know, take your time, use your body weight just to lean into it.
Good thing I got a lot of body weight. You skinny. Gonna take a lot of work to blow this up.
So, will I use a hand pump again? Probably not.
Only if the electric one is broken.
Electric for sure, especially since we got to inflate 2 of these, and it's not just 2 of these, it's 6 of them. Take that back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
So you got to do this 10 times. You have to do this 10 times.
The electric one.
Yeah.
All right, so that's at 13. So twist it back the way it was, and it should pop out.
Correct.
Haha. Look it, click it. And then twist, and done there. All right, if I sound a little out of breath, it's because I pumped up 2 little pontoon sides and a chair. But this one here is a sit on top, so this is the butt of it.
They call it a removable top.
Or is that the direction? Yeah, that's the direction it goes, because this is where you put the back part in. Which part goes forward? That part? No, because that's for the cooler. You're right, this is correct. Since we've never done this, I can't remember exactly how it's supposed to go. By a little thingy. But then these snap in, latch in over here, hook in. Yeah, they hook in over here. And then you have, that's the little backrest part. It'll go up here, and it hooks in somewhere on the back side and on the side. And then this right here is where you put the foot bar. So if you're short, you put your foot bar through here, there, and there. And if you're not so short, you put it here. And if you're ridiculously tall, you put it here. And this, you're supposed to be able to put stuff in, like underneath these little ties. Like I brought a backpack, but I feel like if you're flinging ore over it, that whatever's here is going to get wet. We watched this chick on her paddleboard on Saturday, and she had her towel at the end of her board in front of her. And every single time she would move the oar, it would fling water all over her towel. And I'm like, I feel like this defeats the purpose of a towel. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missed something, but hopefully I won't get everything soaked today. So we have the seat back going in there. And then I think over here, yeah, it ties back here. I'm gonna go behind you, sir. It hooks in right back here. And then it'll do the same thing on the other side. Oh, and then look. You can use this as a little safety spot to hide stuff under here because it's covered. I might hide my backpack underneath. And back here, what they sold a thing so that you could get their cooler. That's why there's this little circle cut out, so you could put their magnetic cooler right here, because all these little bee things are magnetized. You can put their magnetic cooler here and it would fit in there. And then it's got like the hooks and stuff to hold things in place back here also. And then up here, there's actually a magnetic spot to put one of their magnetic cups. Downside is I could not get a magnetic cup because right now Yeti is suing the crap out of them. And Stanley and a bunch of other brands for having basically Yeti style cups. And Yeti, I think, is claiming like that they have the monopoly on stainless steel pretty cups. But the ones for boat, they have the magnet on the bottom. Yeti doesn't do that. So I'm like, it's not the same. It's not the same. So hopefully that little lawsuit or whatever will go away soon so I can get my magnetized cup to take with me in my little Deus boat.
Now you may have forgotten we have a waterproof bag.
Oh yeah. I want a smaller one though. That one goes in your kayak,
you
sir.
Put what you want in there and avoid getting wet.
You know, it's funny though. I just happened to have purchased at Christmas time. It was going to be for the kid, but I liked it, so I kept it for myself. She doesn't even know it was purchased at any point in time. This Nike little bag, it just happens to be the right kind of color, SquirrelTribe color. Oh, now we got to put together the kayak paddle. We left the paddleboard paddle at home because we don't need that today. We're just going to kayak. We're not going to use it as a paddleboard, although you can. Ooh, how pretty. How pretty. Now it is a 3-piece one. That way it comes apart and fits in the bag when you're done. It'll also fit in here, which y'all saw how full that bag was. So it'll be interesting trying to also add the paddle in there. But the 3 pieces, you put them together, and then you can determine the length that you want it, depending on your arm span or whatever's most comfortable for you, how deep you're trying to get into the water with the oars, things like that. So I'm so excited. I'm almost ready to go, but we still got to do his. So he's got the paddle put together for me, or the oars, if you will, and that's how he's a ninja. I guess you're the one with the oar. I should be careful, or the paddle. So here is where you are able to change it. You just lift this and then you can slide in and out however, I was going to say however deep you want it, but that takes on a totally different video. If you don't quit it. This is a PG-13-ish channel, sir. So I'm super excited about this. And then unfortunately there's no little straps to hold this down in here. You kind of just got to hold on to it. But he's going to put it in the back of his shirt. Oh, you're using it to scratch your back? Really? That's what we're doing right now? With my oars? Is it oars or oar? Because it's one, but it's double-ended. These are good questions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the put together Deus boat, right? The one that I was like, no, this one's mine. I like this one. Forgetting this is the one I like the most. So I may have just hijacked the one that he thought was his, and he's gonna have the other one. Because this one's the more teal one. He doesn't carry the way. I'm hijacking the teal one. Yeah, it's been decided. All right, mine is officially put together now. See, they're both really, really pretty, but you can't tell me mine's not mo pretty. All SquirrelTribe colors and whatnot. Gotta throw something pink on there and call her done. Now to lift and carry, not super light. It's a good thing there's 2 of us here. Don't hit the car. We're gonna carry it down here to the water without falling off this step. There's a step here, sir. Bam. But this is where we came on Saturday and did kayaks with Lauren and Justin and their children. And these are the kayaks we took out, the hard shell ones. And today we get to use this fun inflatable one though. So we're gonna put this thing in the water butt first. Drop it right there, babe. Perfect. It'll sit here for a second and go nowhere. And now we'll go get his all the way back up there. Haven't even made it out on the water yet. And we both put in a lot of work. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, minus the blood and tears. But the day's not over yet. Anything's possible. We shall be erring on the side of caution here. I'm not going to be as cautious. I feel like I know how to swim a little bit better. Plus I have flotation devices built in, I guess you could say. So we're gonna go now take this one down, tilt, and jump in this water. Treacherous step. Oh. Boat's still chilling down there. Has not floated away, thankfully. So I was smart and I brought a pair of shorts and a t-shirt for this. And I'm not wearing a bathing suit. I have on regular underwear and bra and whatever else. But what I did not bring was another bra. And ladies, when I tell you there's a small little boob sweat puddle happening over here, I mean it. Oh, and now we're gonna jump in. That's cold and hard to walk in, and sandals. But the butt of the boat is in the water, and that's what matters. Slosh, slosh. All right, so I made it onto the boat without falling off, without flipping it over. Now it's time for him. Let's see how well he does. We'll just sit here and float around. These people, they were having trouble starting their boat, but they got it done. But he's gonna get his boat bag situated. He's got the waterproof bag. I have my Nike bag. Look, I told you it was like the perfect color. So he's gonna get all his stuff situated and then figure out how to get his booty into the boat and into the water, and then we're going to go. And these oars actually work very, very well. Like, Here he goes. And then the people over there, there's kids over there fishing, and they say, they were screaming that they have the biggest crab they have found or seen so far. Let's see if he can get in without flipping over. I think he can do it. You got it, babe? And he's on. And now we paddle. So we're currently out in the middle of the water. Let me show you. I've got my boat here, the man there. There's a bridge over there, and we keep drifting closer to each other. We had to pull up next to each other and hold on because I needed water, which is hanging out somewhere over there, and then I needed my hat. But we wanted to get as close as possible to these houses and kind of see what was happening. But can y'all see? There is a lawnmower right there, and it's running, and there's literally nobody in it. It's just sitting there running with all of its, I'm sure it's diesel, just being expended and doing nothing. I feel like it's bad on the motor to just sit there and chill, right, sir? Yes, sure, why not? But look, we weren't even trying to be next to each other, but it's like our boats know that we prefer to be side by side because this is what they have done with each other. Oh, he quit paddling. As soon as I picked up my phone to record him paddling, he quit paddling. I was telling him that having a lanyard on the phones right now would really come in handy because we have these Casetify, that's what it's called, right? Casetify? We have these Casetify cases, and they have a built-in lanyard thing at the bottom, and you're supposed to be able to hang it around your neck and just pick it up whenever you want to use it. But we both forgot the lanyard, so if we want to record anything, we have to stop what we're doing, and I keep being spun in circles by the wind. So I'm back facing this direction. I was trying to face that direction, and so but we're going to finish our kayaking, and I'll see you guys when we're done. So I've been wearing a hat the whole time, but I don't have any makeup on, so I still probably look like a little tomato because that's what my face does. But we have beached. I still don't know if that's the right word. I'm pretty sure that's the right word. Docked? Beached? Whatever. The kayak's over here in the sand. I'm hanging out in the shade. So is the man, technically. My face is still really red, but that's because it's hot outside, I think, not because of the sun. But he's over there checking on YouTube and Instagram, I'm sure. But, I mean, those are both really cool looking, but you have to admit mine looks way cooler. I'm trying to figure out how to SquirrelTribe the side of it. Just all the way down the side, SquirrelTribe. But so, this is where we are. We ended up all the way over there and then worked our way back all the way over here. Back over there is where there's an alligator, so we're not going that direction. But it turns out we have beached in the area of the camping people. So we're just going to stay right here. We're not going to venture up that way because technically they have paid to be there. We have not, and it feels like somebody's yard when you're walking through where people's trailers and camping stuff are. So we're going to stay right down here and play in the water because I love it. It's cool and I'm hot, so this works. There were a lot of fishies here a second ago, but I don't see them now. And as long as I don't see an alligator, we're cool. Have not seen a single dolphin, y'all. On Saturday, it was like dolphin palooza out here, and today, nothing. So we're back on land. Brought them back up here. Now we need to get a towel out of the boat bag so that we can kind of clean it off on the inside and dry it off and stuff before we deflate it and put it back into their little carrying bags. Because you don't want to put them in there all wet and get all moldy and grody. But again, I just want to point out how freaking pretty mine is. Still cool. Way better. Now look, my sweaty face. Sir, I have a question. I have a bun happening back here. Y'all can't see it, but I have a bun happening. I have a question for you, sir. And I want your honest, completely honest answer, okay? Love it or hate it or indifferent?
It's nice.
It is?
It's nice.
Okay.
You got to learn your limits.
Yeah.
And the limits being how long you want to be out, where you can take a break, the current. But it's very relaxing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And yeah.
And you have to be prepared for the sun and everything else. So make sure you have your sunscreen, a hat, a towel if you want to cover up something, right?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And if you're on the fence, don't buy one of these. Get a plastic one. The setup is a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the setup's a game changer, and then as you're out there tiring yourself out, as you get on shore, you're thinking, I got to tear this down.
Yeah.
So that's something that you may want to consider.
So these have a 30-day return policy. Would you return it and go for the hard shell one?
No.
Okay, because for us,
I haven't used the hard shell, but no.
I was about to say, for us, the convenience of movability with these makes the most sense. Plus, we have a 13-year-old that her job can be the breakdown of the boats at the end. She won't like us, but got to earn her keep. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. I love her. She can still eat and live and whatever, but I still might make her do it in the future.
And it's cool that it kept its...
We got it together. So, Kevin's actually recording right this second, so his video is going to pick up my words while I do this, but I just want to show you, we got one taken apart, and we're about to take this other one apart. Sorry guys, y'all be okay for 2 seconds. So now we're going to take this one apart, and it's actually much easier than expected, but it helps because we took pictures in the beginning, so we knew exactly how to put it back together, and because teamwork makes the dream work. How long do you think it'll keep its original form though? Like how many times can you blow it up and then have to put it back together before it loses that original form that kind of guides you back on how to put it back together?
I think it will be more dependent upon how long it's folded versus how long it's inflated.
That makes sense. Oh, we gotta take the fin off. We didn't get the bottom of mine.
The longer it's folded, the more likely it is to keep that shape. And odds are it'll be inflated for hours and folded for days or weeks.
That makes sense. All right, there's the fin. And in.
I'll let you do this one.
I couldn't twist the thing.
Oh, yeah, you can.
That was my problem.
Here.
Thumbs up, then down. Okay,
Here.
so thumbs up.
You gotta put pressure.
Yeah,
there.
But I can't twist it.
Push it down.
Ow.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I can push down. Y'all see that? Can y'all see the little... Like, give me the breeze. Oh, yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just letting the air go up my shirt because it's hot and that air feels really good. Well, that's the only thing. Man. Do it again. Do it again. I don't know why that's so amusing for me. And now we deflate with the same pump we used to inflate. We just move the hose from the back for inflating to the top of the handle for deflating. Oh, it says DF on top. Not the kind you put in your truck. But you can see it is sucking out all the air. Side note for anybody who is curious, you guys over there, since the man's recording right there, the sides of this one, the seat and stuff, the floorboard didn't get hot at all, but that dark gray right there will burn the bejesus out of the bottom of your thigh when you're getting back in the boat if you're not careful. Just a heads up.
You make smart decisions and then going from there to execute.
All done. All right, so we're all done. You guys can tell I'm a sweaty, grody little mess over here. We have everything in the back of the car. Technically it's 2:30. We don't have to be to the kid till 3:30. I don't know if we're just gonna go hang out somewhere or if we're gonna go back to the apartment. I'm not quite sure what he wants to do. I'm down for whatever. I do know I would love, hey, I'm gonna tell you guys my secret favorite drink, and you can thank me later. You need to go to Starbucks. Whether you like Starbucks or not, just do it. Go to Starbucks. And I don't know if I told you this, guys, this already, but it's the best drink you'll ever have in your life. Go to Starbucks, get a grande iced matcha latte. You can do oat milk or almond milk. It has to be one of those two, though. And then tell them SquirrelTribe sent you. But you also have to ask for strawberry puree and 3 pumps of vanilla. Thank me later. Hopefully I can go get one of those today. Hint, hint, sir.
Well, we're close to the one that did it the first time.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so that's cool. So I'm gonna go get myself a iced matcha latte and try to unsweat because like they're just meh. But that's it. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out with the kayaking and stuff and whatnot. And this one over here had a blast, and that's what matters to me, that he liked it as much as I did, because it's fun when you can do things together. And that's it, my dudes. Happy hump day.
I put my anti-chafing cream on this morning.